guiding me how to choose a university, which document they're supposed to have, and the process through up to the visa, and how to prepare for visa interview. Yeah. Now, my expectation in this meeting is to know to cap the loopholes, because the smart NavSmart AI is able to guide me through the expected questions in the interview. But now I want to practice more on the same, and also how to gain confidence in speaking about the course, know-how about the university, and an unexpected question that I can be asked during the interview.
Great.
That visa interview. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate such feedback from users that have experienced our platform. Thank you so much for that. And so let me ask another person. In this case, I will ask, let me see, Kerry. Kerry, can you hear me? Kerry is on mute. How about Terry? Terry?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm Terry and I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. So the reason I've decided to attend this webinar, I want to learn more on what is really required for a student who wants to study abroad, and everything that is required in the process, the whole how the interviews are conducted, the common questions asked, the whole documents required. I really want to know everything around studying abroad and the legal things that I am required as a person who lives here. So yeah, basically that. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So much welcome. We appreciate your being here, and we expect by the end of the day, end of this session, that much more information that you're going to have that will shape how you are going to move in terms of immigration and relocation is concerned. So because I see we are about like 19 people here, I will just give everyone just one moment to just say hello where you are. Like for example, hey, I'm Mak'Ouma, based in Virginia, USA. So I'll just go straight to Julius.
Yes.
So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I would just say myself, my name is Julius Keme, and I'm here in Iowa, a city called Des Moines, sometimes hard to pronounce as Des Moines. And I'm glad to be in this particular Zoom meeting, and we are going to benefit all of us in the purpose of sharing more information.
Great.
So as Mark said, just go ahead and you can raise your hand or unmute and just say, I'm so and so, I'm in this particular city or this country, and we'll be good to go from there.
I think we can make it simpler for them by just mentioning their name. So maybe I go to Danish. Danish, can you hear me?
Good morning and good evening.
Good morning.
My name is Danish Rayola. I'm based in California, Los Angeles, and today I'll be one of the speakers. I look forward to having a very meaningful and engaging and interactive session with all of you.
Great, thank you so much. So I'll go to iPhone. There's no name, but I see the image. So at the iPhone with the camera on, please introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm called Jibril Unuri from Cameroon.
Okay.
I'm with my brother here.
Yeah. Hi, brother.
I'm okay. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm called Sagico from Cameroon, so I'm with my sister.
Sabah.
Sagico.
Yeah.
Sagico Jibril.
Oh, great. Welcome. So I will go to Kibi Talk. Kibi Talk, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, my name is I'm from Kenya.
Okay, okay. We're having trouble hearing you, but I think you just said you are based in Kenya. Good. Noah?
I'm pleased to be in this.
Hi, my name is Noah Mutuku. I'm based in Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you. Bran Amecha.
Hello, my name is Brian Amecha. I'm joining this meeting from Eldoret, Kenya.
Great. There's Kieti. Kieti? Unmute if you can. Go ahead, yes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Kieti. I'm based in Maryland in the state of in US.
That's so close to me. Okay. And then we have Faith.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
My name is Faith, living in Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm glad to be here.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then there's iPhone X. Whoever has iPhone X. Okay. Let me move to Matthew. Matthew Kiprop.
Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Kiprop from Eldoret, Kenya.
Great. And then we have Mercy Mutai. Mercy?
Hi everyone, my name is Mercy Mutai from Nairobi, Kenya.
Great. And then there's To Sheila.
Hi everyone, my name is Sheila. So I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
And then we have Warriors Masai. Please unmute if you can. Okay. Let me move to Washington Amolo.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Stella, and sorry, I'm at work, and I was just trying to catch what's going on through your platform. Julius is my relative, so thank you so much, Julius, for hosting. I saw it on your WhatsApp, and I kind of join in because I just want to know, how we're shifting from regular immigration issues and the way we normally do it, the regular way, to AI. So that was really interesting. Thank you for having this platform.
Thank you for joining. Amolo, Washington.
Okay, hello guys. Samuel Washington joining us, team from Navismart that is just here to hear from you guys.
Great. Carlos Kipchoge. Carlos. Okay. There's someone, I'm trying so hard to pronounce the name. I don't know. Leticia Murel Fotro. I don't know. Yeah, please.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
my name, sir.
Oh, really? How do you pronounce it, please?
Photo Leticia Morem.
Yeah. Thank God I didn't pronounce it because I would have bit my lip. Go ahead.
Okay.
So,
Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
I'm called Photo Leticia Morel.
From where you joining in from?
From Cameroon. I'm Cameroon.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. So I think I will hand over the session to Julius, but I want to say thank you so much for joining. We are going to, share. If you are here, let's share. Everyone, share this and tell people who may be interested in joining the session. The session is all right now, and we want people to get as much information as possible. So you keep on sharing. Anyone who is the call right now, you can share with your friends in your WhatsApp groups or whatever, family, friends, and all that, so that you can be able to join and benefit from this. It's going to be a very interactive session. And so if you have a question, you can always just raise up your hand in between the sessions. I mean, between the conversations, so that probably, our speakers will be able to address some of the things that you are asking. So I will welcome Julius, and at any time you have something you want to raise, you are free to do that. So Julius, we are going to be here for the next 45 minutes or so. And we are going to have a very interactive session. One of the important thing is that immigration and relocation is a big thing for everyone. I mean, this stems from even our challenges as who are already here in the US, who came from Kenya, you know, and challenges that we faced are still real. People are facing them with the right now. It's even more complicated with what's going on in you know, in the world today. And so there are a lot of support that everyone who wants to relocate need. And so one of the things we are doing to support you, we are talking about it. What are the pathways? How can you be able to make sure that you avoid some challenges that come with you trying to locate to one place to another? Julius, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mark, and for that good introduction. And thank you everyone for showing up. I believe it's not in vain for your time to just sit down and listen some of this particular information. And definitely, I will just go ahead without further ado to say that we do have two main speakers that we are going to have them at least help us to answer most of these questions in terms of how to really navigate the issue, the problem, and what it takes to migrating from one country to another. And in that note, we have what we call the Nicholas Broski, who was supposed to join us in a little bit, but he will slightly join us either late a little because of its notification that I got a few minutes ago. And we will go ahead. We have Danish Rayola, who is going to be more resourceful to all of us. And we will have a kind of conversation in terms of me asking him a little bit of some of these questions that we have, all of us. And we're asking ourselves, like, how can we do it? And he will help us to understand. And at the end of the day, the goal is for us to gain more information on how as well we can leverage with the use of technology to see ourselves growing or navigating into all these particular problem that related to immigration. So I would welcome Danish Raola to introduce himself before to everyone in the call so that they can know you, who are you, and where you are, and definitely what are you doing as a person, and what you are looking forward to this particular meeting today as well. Welcome again, Danish.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Danish Rayola. I'm based in California, and I'm the legal advisor to Navismart. I'm an attorney. My background and training is in law. I hold a bachelor's of law degree from the University of South Africa, and I have a master's in law, specializing in cybersecurity and data privacy from Loyola Law School in Los Angeles, California. And currently, I'm in charge of making sure that Navismart is advised well matters legal. Thank you very much, and looking forward to having a very interactive session with all of you.
Thank you, Danish. And just go ahead, like in terms of you explaining to us, in terms of really, most of the time as people navigating this particular journey when they're anticipating with a bigger dream, let's say, take, for instance, they want to come to study in the US or they want to move in terms of job anywhere in the world. I would like you to even shed more light on what really the most common mistake that even the applicant or those who have this bigger dream make that lead to their visa denial in the process, or at the same time also maybe can lead to the delay of them getting the visa, or even the entire process being not happening. So will you shed more light on that, maybe for everyone to get to know what it takes?
Thank you very much, Julius, for that question. I would like to start by asking everyone, and let us be honest, how many have passports, or how many decide to have passports? And then
I would say everybody.
the world now is actually global, and people have intentions of either you ever have intention of traveling, or you have already traveled. So how many remember the expiration date of their passports? How many? Very few, very few. It's not a mistake, or it's not wrong to not to remember, but those are some of the things that actually bring the issue of to answering this question. What are some of the common mistakes that one will make? So number one is on top of the list is usually an incomplete or inaccurate application form. So you are applying for a visa. Maybe you want to come to the US to study as a student. You need to apply for a non-immigrant visa. You get a wrong form. Instead of applying with the right form, you go choose a different visa category. Maybe you're going to a B1 or a B2 instead of choosing the F1 in your visa. That's an automatic you've already missed the step. That's the first point. From the word go, you've already missed the step. You've gone to the wrong visa category, not going to the next step. Number two, we look at it. Failure to demonstrate strong ties to the home country, especially this one goes especially to students too, or tourists. How do you demonstrate that indeed you have strong ties to the home country? You have to convince the consular officers successfully that indeed you're going to come back. And this one you could use scenarios like maybe you're employed, you have properties there, or you have family back at home. You have to come back immediately you're done with your assignment. And then we also look at it. I'll go back to my first issue, whereby how many know the expiry dates of their visas. It's a requirement always by the majority of embassies and the consulates that your passport should have a validity of not less than 6 months. So when you submit a passport that already is going to expire or has already expired, that's an automatic disqualifier in many cases. And then we have issues now when it comes to ignoring embassy-specific instructions. Maybe in the form, you're being told, submit this document with your application. You don't submit that document. You are being told, this form or this particular document you have to submit, it has to be notarized by an attorney. You fail to do that. What does it lead to? An automatic. You've already at the start. It's already a denial or a rejection from the word go. And then also looking at some of these things, some are technical errors. You fail to prepare very well for the interview. You say, okay, I have got like a week to go. Okay, you say, okay, these are simple things. What I'll do is I'll tackle them the last minute. The last minute, you never get time to go through whatever you are supposed to go present. Maybe you fail to carry the documentation that is required, or you cannot answer a simple question which you are being asked by the interviewer. That's total denial. Or another thing, just because of also not preparing very well, you end up, you've always applied for visas, maybe to the US, and then there are those prerequisite forms which you're supposed to carry, the one which you with your barcode. You end up carrying the one which you applied in the other interview for the other visa interview instead of carrying the current one. So those are basically some of the things which can lead to denial or actually a delay. So
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dennis, for sure. And definitely, I will encourage, if at all you are in the call, have a pen and paper and write down some of these points. Sometimes maybe you may have to refer yourself back to this particular nugget that you're getting. So definitely. That is true. And most probably, maybe somebody could have asked, like, in terms of in the process now, there is this common mistake that can happen in the process, yes. But now, when it comes to now, in your own experience, and being a legal person and attorney, what are some of the part that of in the process of somebody applying the visa, some of the areas that somebody can make an error? Either it can be human error or most probably anything to do in the process, and how can this person as well like be in a position to avoid in terms of the crucial point being into the complianceness process of the entire process of application of these visas.
thank you very much, Julius, for that question again. And I do believe that the most error-prone stage during the application process is usually the form filling and the initial documentation submission phase. Why do I say that? Very many people think that it is just an administrative action that they're taking by filling the form. Yet, in fact, it is a legal step whereby it's like you're giving a declaration, a sworn statement of what indeed information pertains to you. So it is very many applicants either rush, get distracted, or simply are unaware of how critical that stage is. So getting to know the importance of that stage, that phase, will enable one be able to fully comply with the requirements and what it is that the immigration authorities are seeking to avoid any inconsistency and even maybe a potential misrepresentation, which might cost you in future. Because the same form you fill at the initial phase will determine whether you are able to act consistently today, tomorrow, and the rest of your life during your immigration journey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So thank you so much. And just to retaliate and even to emphasize, when it comes to the form, the error that is being done on the form, sometimes somebody may feel like maybe it's just single form at one point. When it comes to immigration process, there is a lot of documentation that you have to undertake. Take, for instance, from the beginning, it might be from the qualification part of it, having that particular passport and possibly the document in terms of if now you're looking for a job opportunity or a student, you may have to have the documentation from your school proving that you have admission in one school and the other. Going forward, filling out the information on your DS-160 if you're coming as a student, or DS-260 if you're coming within the other type of visa. Same applied here in the US when you're transitioning from one type of visa to another. All of that will involve the use of filing the documentation. And in the most cases, most of these documents are legal bind. So because of that, definitely the emphasis should be on the avoid or make sure you don't have any error that can jeopardize the process. Then at the end of the day, that will even make the process either invalid or delayed. Somebody who have gone that process will tell you the importance of you not even making a mistake on the process. So going forward as well, like if you have a question, I want you in the call, just have it ready and you will have a chance to ask. Let's continue with the Danish to explain more some of this. So now I would like you to tell us with now the use of technology that is coming into the process, how exactly that somebody can use the current technology, especially the use of AI, to prevent this common mistake that somebody may find themselves in the process of getting their journey into moving from one country to another?
Thank you very much, Julius, for that question. I would like to say that when it comes to AI has really simplified work for us, and for anyone who seeks to or migrate or actually seeks to get a visa to move to a different country. Going to the first phase, whereby you're talking about filling of the forms. If at all you're using an AI, you can use it smartly to enable you fill your forms correctly and avoid any errors or mistakes that you might overlook as a human being. Because AI actually is machine, and it can help you track exactly where the error is. Maybe I might have typed maybe I give an example here. Maybe my passport starts with BK, and then on the QWERTY keyboard, instead of typing BK, I actually skip the K. I go to L. I type L, and I'm very much okay in my brain, in my mind. It's telling me that I've already typed it correctly, so I proceed until when if I'm just acting as a human being, I'll not be able, and I did not go back to recheck my form. The chances are very high that I'm going to submit a form with an error. But what about now if I am using AI, that the smart filing form, it actually tell me and will be able to pinpoint to me that there is an error at this particular point. Instead of putting a K, I've gone ahead and put an L. So those are some of the places whereby AI can be able to simplify. And then we're also looking at eligibility. This is maybe the visa category. I've actually gone ahead, I've started filling my form. I'm supposed to fill a form that as a non-immigrant moving to the US as a student, because I am not conversant with the forms, I've gone and I've started filling the forms for a B2 or a B1. Okay, when it comes to eligibility, it will tell me, AI will tell me, okay, that visa category in which you are filling is not the correct one. Could you please go back, fill the correct form? Interview preparation, it will tell you very well. These are the most likely questions for you to be asked, and how do you prepare to give answers which convince the consular that indeed you deserve that visa. So, and then also when it comes to application tracking, it will tell you that okay, this is this is where your application is. I mostly I'm looking at it whereby you've already moved to the US, and then you need still to comply, because getting a visa is the first step, but complying with a visa is another step, which when you are present in the US or any other country which you've moved to, that is always something that you must keep in mind. And what do we look at it? We look at it, okay, am I still in status? AI will be able to tell you and remind you, okay, you came on this date, you're on this visa, you've already done your studies, academic program, you've done your studies, you've gone for your OPT. The OPT was for 1 year. The OPT is almost coming to an end. Okay, if the OPT is coming to an end, what options do you have? If at all you have an intention of staying legally back here. So those are some of the things which are which the AI can able to help you track your step and your process during the immigration journey.
Oh, thank you, Danish. And we are still even getting more knowledge on this. And the story of you talking about AI and how it's really helping. Sometimes it gives me a reflection on how back in the days things were a little bit different. You know, somebody will tell you a story on how they went through the process, and you wonder now with the use of technology. I mean, things are changing, and everyone can attest on that. even now in the current situation, a lot is happening, a lot of information are out here in terms of what you need to do. And the same applied also, even the visa rate in terms of approval, they are getting lower and lower. And even if there are many people are moving out, and definitely a lot not get a lot of denial. So because of that, sometimes you even still need to get smarter and smarter each and every day. And that's why I really believe and I agree with you that AI has to be part of the process in terms of helping people to get ready and stay into at the right position when it comes to their bigger dream of seeing themselves achieving what they want to achieve in life. So, and still, I emphasize what Danish say, that you have to use this AI smartly. You know, if you prompt differently, you are asking information. Hey, I need the information about maybe a visa to maybe to study or to visit in the US. So if you feed in the information about studying and you're interested to visit in the US, most probably you may get a different reply on that. But in the process of filling out the form, definitely also you might be corrected to make sure you try to minimize an error the errors as possible. And just to continue and maybe to help us even more understand, like really, what can it be in a position, or how do somebody can use AI now that if somebody get the visa, he can use AI to continue like maintain or stay compliance with the law of the countries that they have moved to. At the same time, also to ensure even the changes that are happening within the regulation, they are at par with them. Can it be possible with the help of AI to help somebody to stay in compliance with what is happening in their lives?
Sure. AI as a tool used appropriately can help you in your journey in staying compliant, because no one wants to wake up one day and being told that or finding I give example of the US, because I'm in the US. You wake up in the morning and then you're running up your business, running up and down normal business, and then you happen to be told to come into contact with the ICE, and then you've been told, okay, my friend, can you prove that you are legally in the US and you continue to keep your legal status, and then you're not able to do that, or you present your documentation not knowing that indeed you're already out of status. So when it comes to compliance, AI will be able to track for you and tell you that indeed this is where you are. You only need to prompt it very well and put in use it very well. It will tell you and even be able to send you notifications and tell you, okay, by this particular time, you're supposed to have completed this and this. Have you done it? So it actually gives you like, keeps you on toes. It's like something that will be able to keep track of you. And also, when it comes to maybe now you want to change, you've already finished your studies. You maybe want to change from one visa category. You came in with the intention of only being a student, that is a non-immigrant, and then you finish your studies and then you go back home. But you found that, okay, I can see the opportunities here in the US. So how do I continue staying in the US legally? It doesn't mean that you have to leave the country for you to come back. Just within the borders, you can be able to change your status legally from one category, from maybe from student to either EB1, EB2. You can get the H1B category. So all these things, AI will be able to guide you, and it will be able to help you in filing for with the correct forms, and also making sure that you meet the requirements, eligibility requirements, and be able to transition from one phase of your life in the migration journey from one phase to the other.
Okay. Thank you so much, Danish, and we really appreciate your knowledge and how you really make us to understand what really AI can help us in that process as well. I think maybe we can have this, if at all you may have a few questions. I will welcome my co-hosts or Mark to please catch up some of the questions that you may have and before we proceed to the final part of our meeting today.
Okay, thank you so much, Julius. So I was just hoping that Nicholas will join immediately. He just sent me a message that the meeting that he has, the meeting that he had before this is taking longer, so he's still in the meeting. So hopefully he will join us before the end of this session. But I mean, Danish has really explained some of the key things and how, like, during my time, I remember how I wholly depended on YouTube and Google, which again can be tricky because everything you find on internet, you may not be able to trust them. When it comes to immigration, it's a very sensitive, sector of life that needs you to have very verifiable information. So something that took me 2 weeks to start off the process. With the AI, it can take you less than an hour. And so that's one of the beautiful things about technology and AI. And the best you can do is make sure that you use technology or AI to support you in your journey so that you don't have to pay money where you don't have to pay. You don't have to be scammed where you don't have to be scammed. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to be stressed out when you can use technology to be able to support you. And so I think this session knew that now that Nick is not yet to join, I would want to have a reaction from members who are here. I saw a information, a chat. I think somebody a message in the chat from Laetitia. I think I'm trying to pronounce it well. Laetitia. I talk about can somebody let me go back to it again. She asked, I'm wondering if people can do application on their own or still having cyber. I don't know. I think this she meant AI help them with everything. What is the status of the visa? What is the status of visa appointment now? Is it open to students? Now, I would maybe say something about that. So yes, you don't have to. I mean, like for example, a platform like Navismart AI. Our intention is to make sure that it supports you from when during the time of pre journey when you're starting off looking for information. So when you are looking at whether you're eligible for that particular type of visa, to when you're doing application, to when you are tracking that application, to when you're going for the interview, and even post arrival. So it should be able to support you. So in case, for example, you're filling a form, it will just ask you to scan in the particular documents that are required. And our platform should be able to integrate those information that you're looking for, those documents that you scan, and can be able to get and fill out this form for you. Can be able to give you alerts like Danisha just talked about, and so be able to keep track on how your process is going. Now, visa appointment is done at the embassy. And so every country has their visa appointment location. So the best would be our platform, for example, you can just type in. And so I would just type in maybe so that I can get this platform I talk about, navismart.ai.com. Yeah, so you can just ask a question. I'm based in Cameroon, for example. Do we have opening? So you can check the website so you can be able to see whether you are. Of course, you can be allowed to do interview even outside your country, but again, you have to check whether they have availability. So availability depend on the country where you tend to do the interview. And so maybe Danish or Julius, if you have anything that you want to add to that question.
I think also just to add on, like if at all you meant to ask about if your base of question was because previously, some few months ago, the current government in the US, they paused the visa appointment in entirety of all those who are trying to study to come to study to the US. But I think by the end of last month, the president lifted out the ban, and now people are able to book the interview if they're interested still to come to the US. So it's open, if I may just answer straight like that. But the availability of the appointment is different depending on the country. There are some countries, there are a lot of applicants that are interested to come to study to the US. So you will find it a little bit difficult to get the available date for you to go for your interview. Most of them may find it even beyond the period that you are required to come to study in the US. So you will bear with that one is beyond like your ability, but still there is a way you can as well try to expedite the process by sending them the reason as to why they can consider you for a slightly closer date. Thank you so much. I hope so. I would just, before I ask maybe the last question, Danish, and welcome Mark, to explain a little bit more on what can be done in terms of in the AI to help us. Is there any other question, any other person that you can raise your hand and ask a question that is specifically either to Danish, to me, or to Mark, or general for everybody to benefit out of this? So you can raise your hand in the process, or you can unmute and go ahead and speak out. Yes,
Hey,
Brian, go
Julius.
ahead.
Okay,
Okay.
so let Brian start, then Warriors Masai will be second.
Yes.
That order. Okay.
Hello, Julius.
Yes, Brian.
On the issue that some people might find dates that are available at their embassy are past their admission dates. For my case, my embassy date was past my admission date, but then I kept checking their website for available dates, and I was able to reschedule it by a month earlier than my admission date. So you just have to keep checking, and then you can reschedule your date. Sometimes it happens that you get a date in September, but then if you check, especially you love to do it every day, you can actually find a date that is an earlier month than the other one you had gotten. So that is a tip I wanted to share with Warriors. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brian, and that is so insightful to everybody, and we will shed even more light on that. Let me just go ahead and ask Masai to go ahead and mute and speak on if the question or anything you have in mind.
No, I guess mine is general. I just wanted to put in the highlight that, because I know, for example, our country, Kenya, a lot of people don't have access to computers where they can access the AI and do what they're supposed to do with this tool that you guys have. It's a very good tool. So the reason why I was asking earlier was, are most people, majority of them, maybe 50%, they still go to the city and go into a cyber or an agency and give them all the information, and they will, it's up to the agency person to be well savvy about the computer or AI. Or is everybody here able to access computer and use the AI tool? Because this is a really good tool. So I just wanted you or Julius and everybody else that's leading this to just kind of reiterate to everybody that if you use this tool, if you can get a hold of the computer and be able to access this and use the tool, you don't have to go to the cyber or use an agency, because that's a lot of money you're wasting. But you can do it yourself. We are all learned now. By the time you complete your high school, you're computer educated somehow. I believe you're educated because everything is integrated nowadays in the school system regarding computer. So I just wanted to make that, if you could make that clear, that would be a good thing.
Thank you so much. And I will just say, In fact, you just brought it a little bit earlier on time, and I thank you because you see even before we explain, and definitely the goal that we have, especially when it comes to the use of AI. We want to see the environment that somebody can benefit even by doing by themselves without them going to an agent who can possibly lie to them saying like, hey, this is the cost of you getting this particular institution. If at all you can just use a tool. And this one now, we are aiming not even just the use of, you don't even need to use a computer, you just need your phone. Go in there, ask the question, get the guidance just by putting in the right prompt. And Mark will come later in this call, explain a little bit more on how indeed we are aiming to do with Navismart, and definitely the end goal that we have in terms of making sure people are benefiting, especially as we have put it forward, our country back home in Kenya and specifically in Africa at large, same to the friends from Cameroon, Ghana, and Malawi. So everybody, we will get that, and we'll address that. And thank you, Brian, as well, for sharing information about the rescheduling process. And definitely it's part of what sometimes we normally do and advise those who are working hard to get their visa appointment on time. But if at all still you not get it, there is also a way forward. We normally advise what you can do just to continue have your dream valid. Don't kill your dream because you didn't get a date at today and you want it and you feel like that's the end of everything. No, that is not. And you will learn, and we will be able to as well still guide you on that. I don't know if there is any other additional question, or I just go ahead and invite again Danish. Just a last question to open us mind, like when now we are
Julius, yeah.
yeah.
So there's a question in the chat. I think it's
Okay.
Mercy, and so we'll be able to answer this question by doing a live demonstration how she can be able to do interview prep using our platform. So we're just asking her to wait a little bit for Danish to say last contribution, and then we'll come back to this question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I wanted to combine this. This is what I'm thinking, and I feel like everybody will is asking himself, like, now, with the AI thing, everybody's talking about AI, and some of people they even don't know what is this, and what do you think, and what do you see yourself in a bigger picture, how the AI is going to help improving the immigration process and service, most probably in 2 to 3 years or even 10 years to come? And definitely this shift in terms of AI and also the improved in terms of law reforms, what do you think the AI is going to be a bigger thing, or something that is going to be part of what people should embrace for them to even go ahead, benefit in the trend that is happening now?
Thank you, Julius, once again for the question. I'm looking at it fast forward, maybe like in 3-5 years time from now. I give a hypothetical situation. This is a nurse in the middle of Douala, Cameroon, who needs to apply for a Canadian visa to move and go and work there as a nurse. She needs to fill in the form manually. But instead of doing that, she just speaks to an AI assistant in a local dialect which she's conversant in, and then the AI assistant goes ahead, she uploads her credentials, and then the AI assistant goes ahead and gives her a personalized checklist on what is supposed to be done from the process of application until visa preparation, and making sure that she successfully secures the visa to be able to move to Canada to go and work. So these are some of the things that are going to be shaped by AI. AI is supposed to make work and simplify the process for each and everyone who seeks to immigrate. So I'm also looking at it from a perspective whereby the embassies will now be adopting AI, and some have already started adopting, even though some regulations and laws need to be put in place. Where now we just the moment you're just there, they've already known who you are, because part of the interview process is knowing who you are, the type of person you are, and whether you really deserve that visa. Because no one wants to give a visa to somebody they know very well will not be a good fit for their for that country. So these are some of the things that are going to be that will fall under what will actually be calling the predictive analysis, which will be adopted here. So these are we brace ourselves for several changes from the applicant to the interviewer, because the immigration journey isn't just right now you can look at it as a maze, but an AI tool will help you figure out, instead of going to solve that puzzle in the maze, it acts as a map. It will take you to the destination in which you want to go to.
And thank you so much, Danish. And even me, sometimes, like I normally find myself in a situation like, as much as I'm in IT sector, I feel challenged to go deeper, understanding the impact of AI. And I would just challenge everybody in the call, like if you know somebody and you feel like most probably there is someone need to get this information. Indeed, it's something that you should go for it in and get to embrace it, because at one point sometimes each and everything is going to be like, if you're doing this, I need to rely on understanding what this person did. And the most relevant and the most adopted technology in the current situation will be artificial intelligence. So definitely, even us as a team, we find ourselves like, indeed, we need it even to go deeper and make it usable, and with the goal of serving the humanity, because immigration process, it's something that will not stop today. Everybody is moving from here to here. It's not even just like coming to the US or here. There are some people who are interested to go to Kenya. They don't understand some of the area in Kenya. So this is a global thing, and we saw the niche in it, and definitely out of that and the knowledge that you're as well getting, I would welcome Mark to at least share more about now. There is an AI tool that is built up for you and for everybody to benefit. It's Navismart. And most probably, Mark, I will welcome you as part of the bigger brainchild. This as being your brainchild as a CEO within the Navismart. And please explain to us now that in a normal language that you can really still see it and understand, how does this Navismart is going to help somebody to benefit out of it at the same time also as they're navigating the entire process of immigration. Karibu, welcome.
Thank you so much. And so I start by reading a comment from Jerry, who is just saying that she appreciates. I think I've talked to Jerry. I think I know who she is. She's based in California, if I'm not wrong. Thank you so much. And so I said, this is as a result of our journey. So I've known Danish for many, many years. And so I remember when I was telling him about my journey to America, he would listen. But again, we didn't have anyone to help us. And so this is a question like, what if I had someone to help me go through this? What if I had a platform that could help me, walk with me through the journey? I was lucky that I wasn't denied a visa. Danish came immediately after I arrived here, not immediately, after some time. And again, the process, the stress and the process were just difficult for him, like they were to me. And so that has been a question, how about solving a problem? So about last year, but one, with, started thinking about what can be done. So the idea was to try to bring all these resources together under the same roof, which we did launched, and it was available in App Store, Play Store, until we had comment from people, and the AI was coming in, and we decided let's use AI to shorten this instead of having everything and somebody has to go one link after the other and all of that, website after the website. How about having a way that you can only have what you're looking for given to you in form of response? And so I will just give you an example of how this can help you prepare for the interview. We are still enhancing the platform. So in the next coming months, we are going to have a voice assistant. So somebody will be speaking to you like a consular would when you go to the embassy. Now, for now, you can be able to have a response tailored towards your case. And so the platform would want to know you. What are you applying for? Where are you based? What are the type of questions that are going to be tailored towards your case? Remember, not everyone coming to America, for example, is coming as a student. There are many, many options. And so let me go back to what I said, is that our intention is to support you from when you are looking for information to when you are checking whether you are eligible for any type of visa, to when you are doing documentation preparation, to when you are doing application, tracking those applications, to when you are preparing for interview, and to when you arrived at your destination. There are many support that can come after that. Dennis just mentioned. So you come here, for example, as a student, which is an immigrant visa. Then you want to change your status to immigrant visa. There are many processes that you have to go through to that for that happen. And there are many options, there are many pathways that you can be able to use. And so the platform would help you in through that journey from the start to the end. And so when you look at this platform, I've just shared you can use it and without even signing up, but it limits you. Now you can use it without subscribing, without subscribing every day, but it will limit you. But if you want to use it unlimitedly, like for example, anytime you want, then you're going to pay $10 per month, or $108 in a year, and then you can be able to use it throughout. Now, we in the process, and this should come in the next coming months, for those who have seen this platform last month, 2 months ago, you've seen there are many changes that have been effected. And so we intend that in the next coming months, you don't have right now, it can support you in documentation, but in a way that to avoid errors of you, because it will right now, it can guide you. You can be able to tell you this is what you need to fill in this position, in this space when you talk about documentation. But in the next coming months, you don't have to do anything. You just need to scan in. Our platform should be able to do the autofilling for you, and that would help you avoid errors, time consuming and all that. And again, we said something here, just mentioned. Our intention is to empower every person who's trying to dream or achieve American dream, for example, Canadian dream, whatever dream you want to chase. With that, we're empowering you so that you can have access. Somebody mentioned about the internet. Now, you don't have to have you don't have to have a computer to use this platform. You can use it using your phone, as long as you can be able to access a phone. I believe right now, majority of people from Kenya, especially where I come from, can be able to access internet using their phone. Now, with that, you are good to go. You can use the phone to be able to access this. You just step in navismartai.com. You can be able to start a process, use it without really worrying whether you have a laptop or not. Of course, we intend that one day we'll have offline, which is a big process right now, but we intend to have it so that even people who don't have internet can be able to access. But as at now, this is very possible for anyone who can be able to access the internet using their phone. So, Julius, I think I would want to get this, be as much interactive as possible. If
Yeah.
you could help me read the questions in the chat. I think there's a contribution from one of our team member, Washington, who said the platform mostly trained on immigration and visa data, and prompt is conversation. So I think it's trying to answer questions. We can also try to answer the question. But I would want, if possible, I don't want to talk much about the platform because I've explained some people have used it. I want anyone who has a question so that we can be able to have more interactive sessions than just me talking. So if you have a question, please, unmute, go ahead, answer. Any of us could be able to answer. Danish, if you have any contribution, you're free to go ahead.
Yeah, there's one question that is being asked on how much does it cost? Possibly, maybe you can make some clarification on that, and
yeah. So I was
up with this. How do we access the platform? So
okay,
somebody
good.
is asking the two.
Okay, good. So please type in the Navismart AI in the chat so that you can be able to access. But I said, so you don't have to sign up to use the platform. So the first few questions you can answer with you can ask and prompt and without really signing up. Now it gives you limitations. So once you exhaust those limitations, then you have to sign up. Once you sign up, then you can be able to log in. Now when you log in, you can use the platform every day, but with the limitation without really paying for it. Now, if you have to pay, then it will cost you $10 a month, or yearly would be a 108 for a whole year. So a whole year plan would be 108, and a monthly cost would be $10 to use the platform without limitation. I hope that's clear.
Yeah. So additionally, most probably, maybe let me add this. I mean, some of you may ask yourself, like now, when I'm interacting with AI, what next? One thing also we normally do, and maybe I will invite one of you in the call just to share what the benefit out of it. We normally also have the human touch service, whereby now, as a person, you may be in a process you want to complete your application and you need a help. So we are going to continue automate the process such a way that if you want to meet the person, let's say an individual within the customer service, the best way is just to go ahead and shoot up with the communication, and we'll be able to get in touch with you. And the other additional service that comes in the process, we do have the training out of it. And maybe I will say there is one person that was able to sign up and able to as well pay for the service, and they were able to receive. I don't know if we do have Brian on the call still. Brian Amecha.
Yes, I'm on the call.
Maybe you can share with us an experience, because this is impromptu to you. I didn't prepare on this, but now, from the time that you have signed up and now that you are here, how is your experience out of it? I sorry to prompt you.
Oh, Zadok, I think, yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. Brian?
My experience has been good so far, for the simple reason that I can access most resources on the app or the tool or the website, such as prompting the AI to a mock interview. So you can go through the common questions and the kind of answers that you're expected to give. And the AI can actually refine your answers and give you tips on how to make your answers better for the interview. That is one thing I find pretty good. The other thing is that making the application on your own as an individual is pretty difficult for the fact that getting the information on the documents you need to prepare, the kind of fees you expect or anticipate for your embassy interview. It's quite difficult if you don't have the tools where you get the resources at your disposal in one app. So I'll say, Julius, this is a very good app. We just need to market it more so that so many people can get access to this app. And I feel that it is very, very affordable for the fee of $10 per month. It's quite affordable for many people. So access to these services is quite easy on this app.
Okay.
All right. Trying to spread out the word to many other students, especially from Kenya, so that they can join the app and use these resources.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
Julius,
I may have another. Maybe
Julius.
Mark, go ahead.
Yeah. So also, I think probably you can ask Abuya. He shared with us. Yes, he shared with me something yesterday after using the platform. So probably you can also add to what Brian has said.
Bye, Abuya.
Abuya, if you're on the call.
Yes, hi.
Hey, how are you, Abuya?
Fine, thank you. Yes, the other day I was able to prompt the NaviSmart, and I was asking it the likely questions during the visa process, and it gave me some highlights what to prepare for, and the likely questions how to answer them, and the document I should carry or I should have during the interview. I wish I could have shared the screen, but my computer is so slow. But that is what I was able to get. I've been logging in for almost a few months, but of late it has improved. I can see new features, like the one for the asking questions, resources, and maybe maybe by the end of this month, I will be able to use the premium service so that I can be able to prepare myself for the upcoming visa interview. Yeah, that's what I have from my end.
Okay. Thank you so much, Abuya. And there is a lot that indeed we keep on working so hard to continue improving based on what you even feed us as a feedback. And the goal is to, at least as much as you can, to improve the process that people go through in terms of them getting the visa. There is nothing that because at one point somebody may feel like now we are charging that's $10, and most probably somebody can ask like, hey, it's a little bit expensive. No, look at it in this way. I may give in my experience when I'm applying my visa, and I remember when I went to fill out my form to go to book an embassy. I went to the cyber, and the guy told me that I should pay 10,000 to fill out the DS-160 form. For those who have done it, sometimes you can just prompt the app itself, like, what does it take for me to apply for a US visa in terms of student visa? It will tell you what are the costs. It will break down, like you need these fees for embassy interview, you need this fee for service fee. That now, when even like you don't want, let's say, to reach us in terms of you needing the human in touch within the NaviSmart, but you'll save yourself because now you have information. If you meet that agent that is being trusted within your community or within your town, you will go there with full information, and you can argue on the matter that on the clarity that this is the truth, and the truth will set you free. So with that said, and then I will welcome Mark to tackle maybe if there's another additional question on the chat.
Yeah.
As we almost
So there are
up.
questions. So there's someone who just talked about language. So, unfortunately, let's say if you're coming to America, all the documents are done in English. Now, some English is not your language, like it's not your first or second language. So you're not comfortable. And so just for you to understand many things that Danish will talk about, the legal terms, sometimes you prefer using your own language. And so this platform can allow you to have a conversation in different languages, major languages, over 10 languages. So yes, for French, you can have a conversation in French with our platform. It can be able to guide so that you can understand most of the things in a language that you're comfortable with. And then probably now you can be able to use that to answer the questions or fill out the forms that you're filling right now. And somebody asked, not really the tuition for. Okay, somebody asking the tuition fee for BSN. So it depends. I mean, this is not something that I'll be able to answer now or be able to answer. It depends with the school. So you can use the platform and tell you a question in a way that you talk about specific institutions. So probably to start giving the institution that offer BSN, they will ask you which states or which universities or which colleges are you interested in. Once you give that, then you can be able to pull out the information for you for specific university and that or college that would be able to answer your questions directly. So yeah, we may not be able to answer that question now, but I want you to try. I use the platform. Unless you are very specific that you're interested in BSN in this university, then you can be able to say, because all universities, they have different tuition fee, and so depending on the specific university you're asking. And just one more thing, Julius talked about human support. We believe, we are a platform, and technology is not there's some limitation in technology. So, for example, if you need a person, live person to represent you in a court of law, then of course the technology will not do that. There must be a physical person, a legal person representing you in a court of law. That is one. If the document that have to be signed by a lawyer, then technology will not do that. And that's why in our portfolio we have lawyers, we have people, attorneys who are, who are with us to support that. So if you're looking for a lawyer, of course, Danish was one of them. Can you call us another one? All those guys, and maybe I would want to bring in Danish just to make some comment on that and how you can benefit from them. We also have consultants. Julius and I, we have been working on F1 visas even before we actually started, building this platform. So we've supported students before, and it's not just illegal minds. We also have consultants who can take you through. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone. You use the platform, but see there's something not clear to you. You can talk to us. We also have done interviews with other students, preparing them, and so those are things that we do. So if you need a physical person, you talk to us, and then you can be able to come in as a consultant, as a lawyer. So Danish, do you have any comment?
Okay, as Danish getting ready.
Thank you,
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Mak'Ouma, for that opportunity. And then let me just give a brief highlight of how you could use the platform and at the same time complement as a complementary to have it mostly in your journey in immigration to ensure that legal services too are sought. I like giving an example of the journey of which I've gone through. That is the one which I'm very much conversant with. When you're making any move, more so you've already successfully gotten your visa, you've already traveled, you're already in that other country. I give an example of the US. You're already in the US. And you need to make a shift or a change from one stage of the visa category to another. Navismart will walk with you the process, but when it reaches a time whereby now it requires the intervention of a legal person, then here we seek now the services of an attorney. When you're looking at how to get an attorney, it is always very critical because immigration is a journey that you do not like to take it lightly. Any missed opportunity represents a setback to you. And that is why you are being told, plan early for the journey. And that journey does not just start from you getting the visa. It actually starts well before you get the visa. Until now, what plans do you have upon landing here for you to remain in legal status? You will automatically need an attorney in one point or another to be able to make sure that these things are made more simplified again, apart from the AI.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Danish. And just even to continue emphasize, like indeed, really, sometimes somebody may tell you like what matters is how you finish and not how you started. But sometimes for you to finish, you just need also to start well in anything, so that you can position yourself. And in that case, it requires you to take your dream a little bit even serious when you are heading to them. And that one will inspire you indeed to take the due diligence in the process to even get to understand every details that you need as you start the process. So I would say most probably maybe Mark, because you prompted that, most you can go and answer the
Yeah.
question,
So there's a
please.
question in the chat, and so I just want to do a practical example so that the person who asked, I think, she's from Cameroon, and so it's very possible. I've just, copied your question the way it was in the chat, pasted it here, and it's able to get that. But again, like you have to be very specific. So in your question, you didn't say you're going to US, but in my assumption, I said, you're going to US. So if you have to be able to know how to ask, because there could be another student, I mean, somebody who's looking for F1 student visa to go to another country apart from US. And so the example, the things that you are needed to have include the valid passport, original signed Form I-20, DS-160, service, photograph for you, that is a visa passport size photo. You have to have this evidence to prove that you are financially stable to be able to do that. Of course, admission. So there are so many, and so I welcome you to be able to, prompt this at your comfortable time, so that you can get all the specific. You can do follow-up questions, and of course, there's a kind of encouragement here that always carry both the original and one or two sets of photocopies of any document that you have. This is the requirement that can be able to help you. I think we have more questions. And because of time, for me, my question have not been answered. For me, my question have been answered. Okay, have been answered. So that's okay. Yeah. So I would just also want to welcome. This is like Julia said, it was a dream that I had, and so many people have been with us to support us in doing this. So as we look at the last questions, because we need to end in the next less than 10 minutes from now, I would want to see any team member who is present here. Of course, me, Julius, and Danish are already here. So if you are a team member in Navismart AI, please just unmute, introduce yourself, so that the people who are here can know you. Go ahead, anyone. Any team member? Amolo? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hello, guys. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll thank everyone who joined the meeting. First of all, actually, your inputs have been much more of impact to us because we know where to go to and how to handle different cases. So, yeah, I'm part of Navismart. I'm a product developer. That's this. Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much. It's helping in building the platform. Who else is here?
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Daisy Lopez. I'm part of Navismart team. I'm a growth intern. Thank you for joining, for listening, explore our platform and get better. Thank you.
Thank you. Who else is here? Let me see. Luisa. Luisa, if you can please unmute and talk. Others, I think those are the only ones. If you didn't get a chance to introduce yourself and you feel there's something you want to say, please just unmute so that we can be able to finish. We have a team of great minds from the founder, the co-founders, the advisors who are supporting us, and of course, like I said, our legal minds. So just in case Danish is here, Nicholas is part of us. And of course, we also have a team that's supporting us in cybersecurity because that's a big thing right now. So we're trying to make sure that even whatever you have is, somebody would want to would ask, how do you make sure that whatever the data that I provide to you is not exposed to other things, to other people. So we support in doing that. As we finish, let's see if somebody has a question. Will this be recorded? Of course, it's recorded. So for you to be able to get it, we are going to, I think the best would be you can check on our YouTube. Then I'll share the YouTube channel, or alternatively, you can be able to share your email address, whichever works for you, so that you can be able to watch this and share with your friends. Yeah. So Julius, yeah. So let me share. Let me look for the link for the what's called for the YouTube, and then probably you can take one more question.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if Nick reached back to you in terms of if possible was to join us.
No.
But if at all didn't join us, we really thank everybody. Thank you, Danish, for sharing a lot of information that is needed in the process, and everybody that has contributed in questions and responding, listening, and suggesting. We are looking forward to continue improving our platform. Definitely, there's still a chance to growth, and this is for us and for everybody to benefit. So if at all you have a feedback, of course, on our when you're using the Navismart, there is a place you can just share your feedback to us, and we will take it and see where we can improve to make sure we deliver the service that is needed. Other than that, my parting shot to you, I will just say that your dreams are valid. Everybody here, you may know somebody who is interested, possibly in an opportunity. Please don't hide this information by yourself. Reach out, share with them, let them have their view, let them use this platform. And even if it's not us, we are still in the mission of changing, making a change, making an impact. So be the part of the impact that you would like to see. And that should be the best motto in your heart, that let's do it and let's all make our world better. So I will just call that a parting shot, and I will just welcome only two people to continue making the last parting shot as we say. Thank you, everyone. Danish go, and then Mak'Ouma complete for us as we close our meeting today. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you everyone for attending this webinar. I'd like to give a parting shot that immigration is a journey. It starts not today, it starts yesterday, it started yesterday, and it's still going to continue. And during the process, always expect changes in the policies, changes in laws, wherever you happen to migrate to. And in the process of your journey, you will basically need to have it done in a very smooth way. So how do you decode some of these bureaucracies and some of these bottlenecks when it comes to your journey in migration? You simply need an assistant, and that assistant is using a smart AI that is going to make sure that whatever is complex is actually simplified, and your ambition shall just have arrived.
Thank you so much. I mean, so there's this gentleman called David. David, Julius and I worked on his application when he reached out. And so he's here. I think I've just seen his comments. We'll ask him to maybe, speak for a minute. Before then, I'll ask Jerry. Jerry, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jerry. I'm in the US. I just want to reiterate that this app is excellent. When I first spoke to Uma and I signed up as to test it, I didn't know what I was going into. But after I used it for a paper I was writing, I can only tell you that I was amazed. It translated everything, Kikuyu, Kiswahili, English, and it taught me so much. And I'd encourage anyone who has anything to do with computers or questions, seek him, try Navismart. That's all I wanted to say. Oma, I know we've spoken to you before. It gave me a lot of support, and I'm still using it. Thank you.
Thank you. Isn't it beautiful when you get feedback that you're empowering people, you're solving a problem, and that's what we tend to do. David, if you can please unmute.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
So the Navismart AI really helped me through my journey from booking my visa interview to getting my visa issued earlier in the day. It gave really well structured answers. Told me everything that I needed. That is from all the documents that I need while going for the interview, what the documents entail, the vaccines that I need to get before I leave the country. Basically, it really, really helps me through the journey. And I'd like to say thank you to the Navismart AI team and to everyone else in the meeting. Kindly use it to the best of your advantage. Thank you.
Thank you. And amid, in the midst of all these challenges, David, when did you get your visa?
Early in the day, today.
Today. So that tells you
Yes.
something. That, I know with all this immigration, with this government and there are many challenges, I always tell, everyone, especially those who are coming out here to study, is that let you be denied a visa, not because you're not prepared, because some reason beyond you. If there's anything that you can do, prepare yourself. So anyone who goes to if there's anyone to be issued that visa on that day, let that person be you. That's what I tell everyone. So yeah, we are happy that, I hope to see you around very soon. And we want to encourage everyone, please use Navismart, reach out. We've got, people who have been experienced in this field, and they can be able to help you, empower you, and you can be able to achieve your dream. Otherwise, if there's any question, anyone with any final question, any contribution, please go ahead. Especially those who have not spoken since they joined us. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your feedback. Let me see. I've not had, I want to pronounce this. Vigislao Masharia. Vigislao. Okay. And then there's Steve, there's Jomo. Yeah. Steve, Jomo. Who else is there? There's Nancy. Nancy, I think, has spoken. And then, Fidel, Engineer Zadok. We want to acknowledge your presence here, and thank you so much, Brenda. Brenda, I think she said something. And then there's Angela Shirao, everyone, and those who already left. I think we had some people who already dropped off. We want to thank you, and we are looking forward. Please watch our this recording live on our YouTube. I've just shared the link to the YouTube. It should be available in the next 20 minutes after this meeting. So everything that we said here will be available on the YouTube. Because we didn't pray when we started, I would ask someone to pray for us. Daisy, are you still here? Daisy? Okay. Okay. Noah,
Yes.
please pray for us as we end this meeting.
Okay.